Hey, what's up everybody? We're here for a 10-minute warm-up stretch. This is a full body stretch, so we will kick it off with some dynamic movements, and then we'll kind of segue into more static stretching at the end. So you can totally break this up into 5-minute warm-up segments if possible. So you can take your 5-minute dynamic warm-up, a 5-minute cool down, or you could just put it all together like I'm doing today on a rest day and take 10 minutes to just be. We're gonna get right to it. Check my connection, which is good. All right. Make sure you've got water nearby if you need to hydrate. I am going to start my timer. So we're going to kick things off getting into some hip mobility, hip flexors, quads, hamstrings. We're going to reach up those arms and get into an overhead squat. So of course the natural progression, natural movement is to shift that body forward. I want you to sort of fight that urge and keep the biceps by the ears. This is a great stretch to do before a leg day, obviously. We've got 10 minutes together. There's no rush. There's no pressure to be anywhere. I know a lot of times we are pulled in 900 directions. This is your permission, if you will, to just be. Good. So we're going to bring it down and hold that squat. Place your left hand inside that left knee, sort of pressing up against the knee. Reach up. Good. Awesome work. Really getting into the hip flexors here. Good. Place that hand down. Reach to the other side. Sort of actively opening up the hip. One more time, switch. Breathe and switch. Awesome work. We're going to come out of this. Don't worry, heel toe. The feet in slightly. Grab the front part of the toes. Roll it up to a forward fold. And I want you to just hang here and move the body in whatever way feels good to you. So if you want to pedal, that feels really, really good for me actually. No need to lock out the knees, all right? Keep those knees soft. Maybe heel toe in to get a little bit deeper. Good. You can hang in ragdoll. Love ragdoll so much. Just relaxing the head and the neck, spine. We're going to get in even deeper into the hamstrings. So bring those hands to the mat and start to inchworm it out. And then when you get to your high plank, we're going to drop to those knees, bringing that right leg forward, or right knee forward. And then we're going to come into a rotation. So again, hip flexors. You can even get deeper in this stretch by opening up the arms. Perfect. Good job. Come in, and then we're actually gonna twist toward that same leg. So twist. Awesome job. Good. And then we're gonna switch it up. That one tests your balance as well. Or maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me getting up early. All right, twist, open it up. Awesome work, good for 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and switch, opening up to the other side. If that's a little bit too much for you, then I want you to just go ahead and actively twist that body, maybe placing the hand outside of the knee that you're twisting toward. Good, good. The remainder of our stretching is going to be from a seated or lying position. So we're going to come into a piriformis stretch. Extend one leg, cross over the opposite, and then kind of give that knee a hug, twisting the body. So you'll feel a nice stretch in the glutes, hamstrings, maybe even the low back slightly. We're going to get into the low back, and again, get into the hamstrings, because if you've got low back pain, shoulder tightness, neck tightness, a lot of that sometimes can be attributed to tightness in the hamstrings. Could be related to a weak core. It could be a number of things. But it's important to address those imbalances if you get an opportunity. Go ahead and switch. So even taking time for a meditation, journaling, a quiet cup of coffee doesn't always happen, even with the best intentions. So I always love taking a 10-minute stretch personally, or a longer stretch, even the days that I don't actively plan a workout, because it allows me to just be in my thoughts. And even in meditation, you know, you're sort of focused on the meditation, and you work to be, you meditate honestly to work at becoming more present, and sometimes it's better to just let it happen naturally. And so I like to just be, enjoy a cup of coffee, take a stretch, have a moment by myself. Those rare moments actually allow you to pour into others much easier. We're going to bring it back into a lying figure 4. So crossing over that heel to the opposite knee, and then to get a little deeper in the stretch, go ahead and press the knee away, or you can actually reach through and get a little bit deeper in this stretch. Grabbing the shin. So remember that self-care, self-love is not selfish. It is a gift. I think it's essential. It's essential to pour into yourself if you want a shot at taking care of others. Good, good. 10 seconds, we'll transition into a low back stretch. It's one of my favorites. All right, perfect. Go ahead and cross that leg over, keeping both shoulders flat on the mat or surface that you're lying on. You can look the opposite direction. Oh, my low back is crack-a-lacking right now. 10 seconds, we're gonna switch. Perfect job. Go ahead and switch. Perfect job. Final stretch, we're gonna transition over to a prone position, and we're gonna get into a pigeon. So I like to do my pigeon from a high plank. Draw that knee in between the hands, and then you can determine how deep you want to get in the stretch by how far you stretch out those arms or forearms. You can lay directly on top if that feels good to you. Awesome work. Good, walk those hands up and switch. Good, we're gonna hold for another 10. Awesome job, team. Way to take 10 minutes for yourself today, pouring love into yourself, giving yourself a chance at resetting, just being, so that you can be better, pour love into others, and be a better version of you. So I hope that you found this valuable today, and I will see you next time.